Good morning and welcome back to another running video. If you're new to the channel, I'm Ben. This is my channel, Ben is Running. I'm a middle to long distance runner, currently running around 100 to 140 kilometers a week. And this year I'm working towards a goal of running an hour and 10 minutes or 70 minutes in a half marathon. In today's video I thought I'd share with you 5 of the recovery tips I use to stay injury free. I've been training now for around 2 years, I'd say, properly, and these are some of the techniques I've developed to stay injury free. So as I'm filming this video, it's a Monday, I'm out on my easy run, 16k today, around that 5-minute pace, just going nice and slow. Yesterday I had my Sunday long run, I got going really well. It turned into a half marathon time trial. I just wanted to see where the body was at, really. I felt good, and I ran a PB actually of 1 hour 13 minutes. So I'm just out today, just jogging, really, conversational pace, just letting that body absorb the training. My legs feel really rough today actually. So some people like to have complete rest days, which I do occasionally. Have rest days. Usually on a Sunday I have my rest day, but the way things turned out this week, I didn't get that Sunday rest day because I think we had snow on Saturday, so I couldn't go out and do my long run Saturday, which meant I had to do it yesterday. So I've been running now for about 2 years, slowly building it up. Following that 10% rule which I talked about in the previous video. So if you run 50k one week, your body should be able to handle 55k the next week. Well, it really is muddy down here. But yeah, I thought I'd make a video today just going through 5 tips that I've learned over the 2 years to keep running, stay injury free. The sun is out today, haven't seen that in a little while. Oh, it's still muddy though. Squelch, squelch, squelch. Okay, so my first tip is probably, of all the tips I'm going to give, it's probably the one I would say is most important. It's definitely the one I do the most, which is rolling my legs, stretching. So every day without fail, I roll my legs. I do a routine, which I do 8 reps, sort of 8 rolls on my hamstring each side, so 8 on the left side, 8 on the right side. Then I move to my calves, do 8 rolls up and down on my calves, and then I do the same with my quads, so lie on my belly. And I just find that stretching and rolling really helps get rid of that lactic acid that you build up in the run. Just when you do get running, you don't feel as stiff. And I also do a really good stretching routine, which is 15 minutes long. I'll put the video in the link in the description. It's by, I think it's by a gymnast actually, but it's called like 15 minutes flexibility for runners. And it's a really good exercise routine, which I'll probably do once a week, once or twice a week. Just helps prevent those muscle pulls, that tightness. And in the last 2 years I've not had any muscle related injuries, so I would definitely recommend, if you're not already, getting that rolling stretching routine. I also brought a sort of balance board that I stand on. Helps you balance, work those balancing muscles in your legs, and I use it to really stretch out my calves after hard sessions. See you later. Okay, so tip number 2. Tip number 2 is baths. Now, I love a good bath. They really help relax my muscles. When I was living in Sweden, we had this tiny little bath that I used to get in probably every other night. I could hardly fit my legs in it straight. It was a really weird little bathroom. I don't know if I've got any videos of it. But anyway, I used to sit in there just to help your legs recover, and it's nice just to, you know, relax. I also used ice baths. So one of the few injuries I have had in the last 2 years, probably about 6 months ago now, was I had shin splints where I increased the amount of mileage I was running a little bit too quickly during that period, reduced the amount of mileage, and I also use ice baths. I found they really reduce any swelling, numb any pain you have, especially with shin splints. After I used ice baths, they really helped alleviate some of that pain. So yeah, instead of buying another pair of running shoes or I don't know, some fancy watch, buy yourself some candles or some bath salts. Okay, so tip number 3 is maximal cushion running shoes. I'm a big fan of the big stack heights, plenty of foam under my feet. In fact, I'm out running in Hoka Clifton 6s at the moment, which are quite a high cushion shoe. I recommend using cushion shoes for your recovery runs or your easy runs, which is what I'm out on this morning. I believe Nike have got a high cushion shoe coming out called the Nike Invincible Zoom X or something like that. So I'm really excited to give that one a go. It's probably the next shoe I buy in the next couple of weeks, because the thing with maximal cushioning shoes is they do take a lot of energy out of your legs when you're running, so they're a lot less responsive than usual shoes, but they do have their benefits. So they protect your legs from all that high impact. So if you are somebody who suffers from shin splints, give some new shoes a go. I definitely recommend the Hoka Bondi range. They're my favourite shoe actually of 2020. Allow me to keep running when I did have shin splints myself. A bit of a bonus tip that I also use for shin splints, which is compression sleeves. So I put compression calf sleeves on after harder runs. I'm not a fan of wearing them when I'm running because I feel like, I don't know, they just restrict me a bit, so I always put them on after my runs, and they promote blood flow, recovery. So yeah, another little tip for you there: maximal running shoes and compression sleeves. Okay, so my 4th tip to staying injury free as a runner is easy runs. Now I do around 60 to 70% of my runs a week at an easy pace, so conversational pace, probably around that 4 or 5 out of 10 on the exertion level, if you like. There's no secret really that the more you run, the faster you become. A bit cliche, but that's why I find easy runs really important for my recovery, just to tick along, get the legs moving, gets them warmed up to then be able to roll them out better. People do them as active recovery runs, so just nice and easy, getting that mileage in. When you run easy on your easy days, you can then run harder on your harder days. So yeah, tip number 4 is just take it easy sometimes. And the 5th and final tip is sleep. So I think the average adult needs around 7 to 8 hours sleep a night, and some studies have shown that endurance athletes, so long distance, medium distance runners like myself, need around that 9 to 10 hours. And I've definitely found when I start prioritising the amount of time I sleep, it really does help you wake up and feel fresh again, especially if you're trying to run consecutive days. It really helps your body to recover. So that's my tip number 5, is prioritise your sleep. And that is about it for today's video. As I've got into my training, I've realised how important recovery is, almost as important as the actual running itself, to make sure that you stay fresh, stay injury free. So I hope you got something from this video. I'm always up for trying new recovery techniques or tips, so if you have any advice, any recovery tips that I've not mentioned in this video, comment them down below. I'm always up for trying new things. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you again with another one. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, leave a like and all that jazz. And we'll see you again soon. Thank you very much. Bye.